we doing? Let me double check what's going on up there. I'm all by myself, so you gotta bear with me. Ding, 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 ding. Boom. Ooh, that looks good. We got live, we got audio. Yes. I'm gonna just turn that off. Bada boom, bing. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show, Season 4, Episode 7. Get everything all in sync. I don't have a beer yet. That is unfortunate. Let me go get one. I'll be right back. We switched it around a little bit. We got a lot going on. We got meetings and this ones and that ones, and it's been crazy. And it's also hatchery season. So we're making babies. Making babies is always fun. So that's going. And then we've got, good morning, Gary. Good morning, or good afternoon. Good morning, Jelly. What's happening? Everybody's starting to tune in. That's awesome. Let everybody get on board here for a second. We at the Happy Oyster are on the cutting edge of all of it, and we're really excited about what's going on. And we've been getting some questions about what is going to be your procedure, Bartels, in terms of shipping oysters to the 48 states, to start with. We are only doing oysters. We are specializing in oysters and oysters only. Before I get going, Eric's in the house. Bring it on home. Cha-ching. How are you? Happy Friday, everybody. Today's episode is sponsored by the New York State DEC, the Department of Environmental Conservation. Thank you so much for the work that you guys do. I really, really do appreciate it. It's nice when you know that they're out there and they're helping out and they're doing, and you can see them, and if you ever needed their help, they're out there in their boat. But I do got to say that the guys are, I think they're underpaid. The same guy that works here is the same guy or the same pay that the guy works up in Malone, New York. And down here is a lot higher pay than, a lot higher cost of living, than up in Malone. So consequently, I feel bad for these guys, and I want to make their job as easy as I possibly can. And I am honored to have the privilege to have a Class B shipper's permit. Now, I've been getting some questions and some, various different, again, we want to sell other people's oysters so that we can buy other people's oysters. We want to sell other people's oysters, yes, so we can sell other people's oysters. Jimmy Payton's in the house, what's happening? And it's getting closer and closer and closer. Right now, I am busted. The creek is frozen solid. I can't get the boat out of the creek. The boat is floating. I go to the boat regularly and make sure that the ice is cleared out around it, start the engine, have a nice open hole in the back there, and she's floating nice. Everything's good. But I can't get out the creek, and it's probably going to be at least another week. So, okay, so get your shit together, Bart. Get ready. And remember, try not to let this happen again next year, all right? It really caught me in the ass. Boom. All of a sudden, bang. Derek Hefner's in the house. What's happening? So, anyway, get your act together for when this whole thing, ice, pandemic, summertime comes, and we're ready to really, really churn it out, because it's going to be, I think, a big party and celebration that we, kick this thing's butt, and everybody's getting vaccinated, and everybody's going to start to at least be happy. And of course, you're going to be happy when you eat some grins and smiles and giggles and laughs. You got to have a beautiful, happy oyster. And we at the Happy Oyster are producing some of the best stuff on earth. No ifs, no ands, and no buts about it. Forbin's in the house. What's happening? With the opportunity of a Class B shipper's permit, we are eligible for a quarterly inspection, and I am excited about that because I can share what I'm trying to do, what we want to do, what are these guys thinking. Again, because we are on the cutting edge, I better include these guys, the regulators, right up front. And that's what we're going to have a meeting with. And you know what? I figured I'm going to share it with you guys today. I got some oysters, some big boys that are fresh out of the bay. Not by me, by a friend. They are not for sale. They are personal stock. And what do I mean by that personal stock? You know, we've been thinking about this and a lunchbox or something to maybe put on the side of a, good to see you, Derek, on your dock. Oh, what do we got here? Seriously, Bart's cooking idea. Everybody chewing oysters. I thought everyone slurped them down. No. You got to chew them, man. Chew them is very important because you want to taste what's going on and the flavors and whatnot, what's going on. So anyway, you know, there's no reason why somebody can't have one of these floating out on the back of their house and be able to go out and get their own little personal stash of oysters, right? Maybe you could have two of them. A big one and a small one. Just a thought, all right? Just another thought, a little sideline, a little something else that's going on. So you get where we're coming from because these oysters are big. Of course, we never break the cold chain. So anyway, here it comes. So I have not opened these oysters yet. They're in the box. I did see the size of them. They're big. We're going to take them in the clean room because I would probably shuck one at the dock, talk to the farmer, you know, I'd probably already know the farmer, and would just give a little inspection right then and there before we go out and purchase these things and bring them home to ship off to you guys. Because, you know, when you're looking at them at the dock, you got to understand what's going on. And I am going to share with you exactly what they look like from the boat or the dock or the whatever. Here they are. Maybe I should back up a little bit. No, I think we should go in the clean room too. There they are, big. I can't read the comments. I see them coming through. Let's go in the clean room. So what would happen is that the ice, they got still some snow on there actually. The ice, the cooler comes into the clean room. Let me get these boxes out of the way because that would be coming up next, right? See, now I can go that way. We're setting up like this a blue tarp thing with maybe some banners and some stuff that's going to go on to it. Kind of, you know, again, we're always improving for the show, for the this, for the that. I just set that up for purposes. So we would take oysters into the clean room. Where'd they go? There they are. Now, expansion-wise, blah, blah, blah. Let me wash my hands in our specially designed sink. How's that? A little better? A little better. Da-da-da. What is it? Happy birthday or something like that you're supposed to sing when you do your when you wash your hands? Actually, I just washed my hands. I also have a question for you. If I put my gloves on now after I've washed my hands, do I have to wash my glove hands too then? Just thought. I'm not going to put any gloves on. We're just going to check out a couple and probably put them right back into the fridge. So let's see what we got. So the oyster would come in and then we're going to dump out. This has got to get bigger. I can tell you right now, I got to get this bigger. But yeah, here's still some of that ice. Whoa. I didn't realize how big these babies are. I think these are top dollar myself. But they're a little dirty, a little grungy, a little kind of nasty looking. And that's what happens, you know, fresh out of the drink. Here's what they look like. So what do we get to do with them here in the happy room or the clean room is that we're allowed to clean them up, to make them put a little lipstick on there. Really, we're just going to give them a little spa treatment. We're going to scrape them down and see what's going on, and give them a little rinse off or whatnot. Maybe a scrubbing down if we had to. This one ain't too bad. It's got some algae on it and whatnot. I'm going to leave that one for a second. Oh my goodness, look at that baby, huh? I'm a little scared shucking this thing. I'm not a big fan of eating them. It's too bad Skipper T isn't here. She likes the big oysters. I don't know, maybe she would be chicken about these babies. These things are huge. Let me get some of the biggest. All right, here's one. Now, this is one that's an interesting one because it has what they call boring sponge. So now if I'm on the dock and I'm negotiating with this dude, it's got a little bit of sponge on there. You can see it's starting to, it is not going to affect the meats. At least we don't think that it's going to affect the meats. We're going to find out here in a half a second, but you can see the size of this oyster. This is a big boy. How old is that? I don't know. I don't know. 2, 3 years old? 4 years old? Here's another one. Here's one that it's got like slipper shells on it. This is the stuff we were talking about the other day that if you put it in the cooler, it's going to stink over a period of time. Okay? So my procedure is that this is the crab side and we scrape all our junk off over here. And then we'll just take these 4 for now. And then I take these 4 and I put them over here and I have like a right? Keep them off the ground. We're going to make sure we got nice cold water going here. Roll up our sleeves a little bit. Look that way. So now I got high pressure. We give it a little shot. Let's see what she looks like. My, oh my, what a difference a day makes, okay? Or a scraping. You talk about lipstick, it's really not lipstick. It's just a good cleaning and a good hosing. And then we have some beautiful oysters. So now they would get shipped off to, you know. Now if we had a box, they would go into the box, cup side down, right? They are huge. They are just absolutely mammoth. These are what you make a po' boy out of. These are what you do some frying with. These, shall we open one up? I think we should. So anyway, let me just get through this procedural thing here. So you take it from looking like this to making it look like that. Now, room is still cold, right? You keep the room cold. My room is not on the present second, so don't chastise me. But it says what, 56? It is. It's 56 in here right now. I'm only here for a minute, but during production, okay? Production, masses, cold chain, very, very important. Out of the cooler into the cold room. From the cold room, now we're going to go to the shipping room, shipping station. So now, in between, obviously this is going to be a 2-person operation. You are going to have your coolers set up. Let me put these down here for a second. The boxes are going to be set up like this, right? We go over to the desk, print out the receipts and all of the above, get our tape machine, here we go. We open up A, B, C. We have these cold blocks. We have them in 2 different sizes. So whatever space is left inside of our box, depending, you're either ordering 50 or you're either 100 or you're ordering 200. or a sampler packer. So these are going to take up all of the excess space that's in there, seal it up, put a little tape, bang, 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 and off to UPS is going to come here, and it will be gone. We are going to coordinate our timing so that it is, UPS is going to be here at 5 o'clock. We'll make sure everything is ready to rock and roll at 4 o'clock, not necessarily 12 o'clock. You know what I'm trying to say? We'll keep that chain, keep that flow going. So boom, it just keeps right on rolling right out the door. Fresh is important, clean is important. That way, when they get to you, you can enjoy them for 7 to 10 days or longer maybe. How do I know that? Well, I still have that thing. It's in my cooler. It's in my refrigerator. Let me throw these back in the bag real quick. Speaking about the cold chain, these things are huge. Sorry for that delay, guys. Sorry for that. I'll give you a topic to talk about. I don't want to forget those. Put those into there. Put this to here. I got to go see somebody a little bit. We're going to go over and have a little fun with those over at my buddy's place. It's the weekend. Loving it. All right, bang out. 1643. All by my little self. Fly by the seat of your pants. Ice's boat. Boat is iced in. But we do have some big monster oysters to show you guys. These things, I think, cost extra. All right, put this around to here, maybe. How's that working? Like that? Yes, no, maybe? That ain't too bad. I'm a little scared shucking this thing, so I am definitely going to put my glovey on for this. Which one should we go for first? The biggest and the baddest? I think so. I am not going to eat this thing. There's no way. That's definitely the biggest. They're pretty uniform in size on the whole. Can you guys see that? Still got a little algae going on there. Let's take this one. All right. So, I don't know. Do we go on the side like I normally do on something like this? I got a little beefier knife here for these bigger oysters. Maybe not. Wait a minute. We got it. Boom. Right? All right, so we're going to slide that bad boy in there while we're pointing up a little bit. I'm glad I got a little beefier knife. This shell is huge. It's fat, man. I'm kind of prying up a little bit at the same time. I got a little hunk of that. I don't want to lose any of this. The hinge is huge. This thing is mammoth. Oh, Long Island is getting the best. Oysters. Wow. I got a dish here. I'm gonna shuck these babies. I think I'm gonna fry them. How's that? Put him right into there. Look at that shell. Look at the thickness of the shell. Fatness. Look at how nice and clean it is. Beautiful oyster. Let's go in on the hinge on this one and see what this guy looks like. A little different technique now, okay? Now, how was I doing it before? Again, we got to go over this every single time. This is a little bit bigger oyster. This might be a little intimidating to some people, so you might want to go to that hinge. And when you go to the hinge on this one, Look, it's so you can see that there's like a little indent. So it might not be. You might be able to just, that knife is halfway in there as it is. What happens if I just give it a little pry right there? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Let me see what happens if I do that. Let me show you. Right about there and there. Here we go. No. I'm kind of giving a little drill in, a little push, push, push. It's tough, boy. That's a big oyster. Yeehaw. Giddy up. I'm going to break my knife. I swear I am. I don't know. I'm not giving up. No way. I'm bending my knife. I am. I'm going to talk to toadfish. Toadfish! Long Island oysters. Got it. You heard that pop? Wow. There's a lot there. There's a lot of meat on that thing. Look at the shell. I was beating on that thing. All right. So once we got that taken care of, obviously then, it's going to come popping right off. There's a lot of top meat that I've I didn't scrape. Massacring this poor guy. I'm sorry, buddy. Put you back in there. There we go. This one looks a little scrambled eggish. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro shucker. I'm just a pro farmer. Not even, I don't think there is such a thing as a pro farmer. I think you're always constantly learning at this game. I'll tell you that much. I did bend that knife. I thought so. I wasn't quite sure. Nope. And it's not my normal knife, too. There we go. I still like I like the side method, even on these big boys, because then I don't lose any of that top meat. And I get, when it breaks, when I finally do get the shell to come off, I have a nice looking meat. Right off the bat, it looks beautiful. I don't have to do any farting around with it, anything. Just from the side. So, there you have it. I am not going to. I swear to you, they are looking beautiful. I am going to cook these. I think I'm going to make myself a little personal oyster stew this evening. That was episode numero uno. Derek Hefner. Is that pepperoni beef? Pepperoni beef, where's that? Yeah, you're not into oysters? Never had one? I had a couple of people that have called me and talked to me and said, Bart, you make them look so good, I can't wait to get them. And I'm like, this is the stuff that keeps me on fire, man, that keeps me going. When I hear stuff like that we're able to turn you on to it right here through YouTube and through friendship and through conversation and through, having fun, that you want to try it, I'm all in, baby. I will make sure that you get yourself a Happy Oyster pin to go with your order. All right, last one. My buddy's going to be like, oh, man. He's going to be like dying. He's going to be slurping these things down as quick as I can open them for him. He loves them big. God bless him. Look at that. Of course, the last one I do the best, right? Oh. Juicy, delicious Long Island oysters. So what could you do with that? What's going on? How would that, marketing-wise, what is that? You know, this is not necessarily a premium oyster, boys and girls. I think it's a premium oyster. I want to do some frying. I want to do some cooking. I want a decent oyster. I want a decent size. Those little things, you know, they're like popcorn shrimp. You know, throw them in there like popcorn. And, you know, if I want to spend $1 or $1.20 on an oyster wholesale or to my door, right, per piece, I want something a little meaty, man, you know? So, you know, what do you think? I think these are worth $1.50 to $2 myself. That's what I think. For sure. That's a lot of oyster, man. It's a lot of deliciousness packed into one shell. All right, so that's really all I got for you. I'm going to go fry these up. I've had a really kicking day. The hatchery is in full swing. Hatchery team is really clicking in all gears this year. I'm really excited about that. We will be talking probably about that at some point or another. It's not, you know, I volunteer. It's not nothing to do with me personally. It's got to do with me personally, meaning it's a give back to King Neptune. I think it's so important that we give back. It's just, it makes me feel good, and I like it. And I learn a tremendous amount, and I really, really, really thank Cornell Cooperative Extension for giving me the opportunity to be able to help out and volunteer up there. It's all about the cold chain, keeping it cold, whether you're shipping it across the street or whether you're shipping it to California, which we are going to have no problem. We have got all of our shipping details into place, which was a monumental. There's a lot of different things, and you know, and it's changed a little bit. I mean, I've been out of the shipping game for, I don't know, 3-4 years now, and it's definitely changed. And hats off to our associate Pam. Pam is working her little butt off over there. She is in a remote location. She works out of her house, and she is taking care of that website, and it's looking really, really nice. Hey, like anything, you know, I always wanted to go fast. It just doesn't happen fast enough for me. I'm on a rocket ship to hell, and anybody that wants to come on board, bring it on home. Going to the Happy Oyster Company is producing some of the best stuff on earth, period. And we are constantly improving, and we love hearing all of your suggestions. Whether or not we put the suggestions to fruition or not, hey, it is what it is. You know, we love hearing your comments, questions. Please do not hesitate. Put them below. And if you like what you saw, give me a little thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, hit that notification for some of the best tasting oysters on the planet. Long Island oysters, boys and girls, are the finest on the planet. Is that a pretty good commercial? Or what, I don't know. All right, what else do I got? I got nothing else. Am I long enough? Am I short enough? I don't know. I want everybody to be cool. I want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to be happy on Valentine's Day. And take your Valentine. No, you can't take. Well, you can. I don't know. Take her into the dining room and serve her dinner. I don't know. But get her an oyster. Guys, love you. I want everybody to be cool. I want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to be happy. And of course, eat me. We will see you next week at 4:20. Love you guys. We'll see you. Off.